Welcome back, everyone. I'm Jana Parker of JPLEP. I'm an educational psychologist, and I'm bringing to you a series of different educators and specialists in the area that I live in and even beyond, so that families can get a sense of how to best support their students during this distance learning that we're going to be going into right now. And I'm pulling first from a pool of my own resources and people that I connect with in the community, that when I'm doing an evaluation of a student and trying to figure out what or who is going to be that next support for them, I have to know a lot of people so that I can make a good match. And so I want to bring these resources to families. You can find them on my resource page at www.jplep.com. And these informational interviews and a little bit of information about each of these people who are presenting themselves on my YouTube channel are going to be on that resource page for you to check out. So today we have Anupma, and she is from Empower Kids, and she's going to talk to us about what her services provide for students and families really all across California and even beyond, right? You could even work beyond California. Yeah. All right. So welcome, Anupma. Tell us about yourself.
Yeah, hi friends. This is Anupma Sethi. I am the founder of Empower Kids program, presently located in Almaden area of South San Jose, but we provide services through online as well as in person. And I work mainly with children in the age group of 5 through 18. And my area of expertise is in the cognitive skill training and assessments, along with the multisensory instruction in language and early math. This is my specialization.
All right, great. So when is it that people would want to bring their students to come see you? Like, what is it that they are needing, and what is it that you can provide for students and families?
So what happens when early on when parents see some signs and symptoms, and in the age group of around 4 years, 5 years of age onwards, when parents observe that children are having some delayed signs and symptoms of delayed speech, and they started to have delayed milestones in speaking and language expression, or physical activities like gross motor skills like catching and throwing the ball, or fine motor skills of trying their shoelaces, and eye-hand coordination activities, holding the pencil or a crayon with difficulty, tying their own shoelaces or buttoning their shirts, and zipping, unzipping their backpacks or their shorts or their pants or trousers or shirts, for that matter, for jackets. And these are very early milestones what they can, if they observe these type of symptoms, there could be a challenge with their physical mind and body coordination skills or balancing skills. And if the kid is tripping too often, falling too often, or the child may seem to be a little clumsy or accident prone. So those are very, very early signs and symptoms. Even if the child is continuing these things by the age of 4 or 5, these could be some areas where the parents need to get a little alerted and see it as a sign of some challenge. And then,
Let
yeah,
Go
please.
ahead. I was going to ask, so that those sound like speech and physical issues.
Mhm.
What's the difference between, why would a parent come and see you versus a speech and language pathologist or an occupational therapist? When is the time to come and see you?
Uh, I would like to introduce one of the newer concept here, what I use in my program. It's called the
Great.
SOI systems, cognitive and mind and body coordination skill sets as such. And it's called the integrated practice protocol. And there is slight overlap with a person with the speech and language
Mm-hmm.
pathology or an occupational therapist there also. But what happens is there are some certification programs, especially from SOI systems based in Oregon. This program is based on structure of intellect theory of intelligence as given by Dr. J.P. Guilford. And his students, Dr. Mary Meeker, she created this program for the school-based children, and as young as 4 or 5 years of age group, where They have a system. There are two components basically in this program. One is the physical component, which is called mind and body coordination integrated practice protocol, and the second part is the cognitive skill training program. So under the physical training program, though I'm not a certified occupational therapist, but I have a certification in this physical domain as such, as given by the SOI systems, where we give them some basic exercises on perceptual training programs like balance board, on trampoline, visual tracking, and auditory processing. As main focus is on the midline crossing, and physically as well as mentally, which helps the child to get ready physically to do well in the school academics. So,
Got it.
so the purpose here is that we need to make the child ready before he is. If the child is not ready to go for the school academic related program, he or she bound to have to show us the signs which could overlap with the signs of ADHD or dyslexia or any other learning challenge for that matter. But
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
So you're working really on those foundational skills to get them ready for learning.
Yes, we can call
Okay.
that it's a school readiness program or academic readiness program in terms of physical and perceptual motor training skills before I give the educational remediation to the children.
Okay. Okay. And then later, if they need educational remediation, you do that too, all
Yes.
the way up through high school age.
Yeah, I am most comfortable up to the middle school children, but I can
Mhm.
still go ahead and work with some high school students also.
Okay. And what is your business looking like right now as everything is virtual? We're going back to school virtually. Are you doing any in-person work? Are you doing everything virtually? And if so, how is that working for you?
I would always prefer to work in person with children, but right now in the present scenario, I'm working virtually, and I am exploring. I haven't done that so far. Maybe in my backyard, I'm going to put a table with a sneeze guard or some protector kind of a thing. I have to still talk to one of the parents with whom, and that mother has shown some keenness, and they still live very close by to my place. So I'm going to try that out. If that works with one student, I'm open to explore that opportunity, but safety is the biggest challenge right now for the
Yeah.
kids and for myself right now.
Yeah. What are you most concerned about right now during this time?
Jenna, the biggest challenge right now is the safety and the health of the children and for
Hmm.
ourselves.
Yeah.
And this is coming, it's not the normal kind of a thing, but I don't know how would we define the new normal in the coming times as such. But
Yeah.
the most challenging thing and I'm most concerned about the health and safety. And I'm also concerned in this scenario about how our kids are going to get impacted with this kind of a distance learning approach. They need to be outside. They need to be meeting their friends. They need to be meeting. They need to go out and play and run around, especially the younger children.
Yeah.
And it's very important for them for this the socio emotional learning. Academics will come, but their socio-emotional well-being and physical energies need to be channelized.
You are, I mean, the last interview I did, they said the same thing. If they're socially and emotionally feeling good and feeling like they have strong relationships with
Mhm.
parents, with their peers, the academics will come. So you're kind of saying the same thing, like take a little bit of a break from the expectation,
Yes,
but keep them socially and emotionally engaged.
yes, that's what
Yeah.
it is right now. This is the challenge, and we don't know how long is it going to take. And in to me, it appears that this complete 2020, the whole year till December, may go
Yeah.
like this. And even if the schools want to reopen, I don't know as a mother how comfortable would I be sending my children to school? And my son is a high schooler right now, and my daughter is a college going student. So I'm concerned about both of them as a mother.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. And so, what's one tip you might give to parents during this time as we head into this new school year?
As I said, as a mother, I'm a mother. I'm a professional working both ways, so I've seen this both sides. But as a as a human being here right now, I'm trying to focus and I think the best thing right now would be to keep our calms and enjoy these times with our children at home, and give them a very, very protective environment, and engage them with them in a constructive way for their socio-emotional well-being. And I am taking it as an opportunity to spend some good quality time with my daughter, who otherwise would have never come to stay with us for 5 months. It's been 5 months. She's with me right now, and she's at times getting sick of it. Mom, I need to
Yeah.
go back to my college now. Yeah, but I said, Pallavi, this is a good time we are having. Mom, I know, I understand it's a good time between us, but I am missing that whole opportunity of interacting with friends. And she was supposed to
Hmm.
go out for some internship programs, but she has missed out all those things. But she was here for her birthday, like it was her birthday on Saturday. So her 20th birthday, she could celebrate with us. Otherwise, she would have been away from home. And it
Yeah.
was a pleasure for all of us to have her. So in a nutshell, enjoy your time, we have to enjoy our times with the family in whatever.
Yeah.
People are going out for hikes, bike rides, walks with dogs, with their pets, with their family members. I think this time I'm taking it from that perspective. I know this having
Yeah.
to make school work, it's stressing us out, but it's a part of our life. But we have to learn to live with it now.
Yeah, we're often on the go in this rat race, just same thing day in and day out all the time. And we're so busy in our lives these days. And so
Yes.
this really has been a reset, a time to get to spend more quality time with family. And although sometimes we probably get on all of our nerves,
Mhm.
it is a really good opportunity for us to re-engage with our family members and
Mhm.
appreciate the time that we have. Because yeah, you're right, you wouldn't have a 20-year-old wanting to stay home for another five
And,
months
and Jenna, it has given me as a human being a time to reflect on what was I doing in my life, and what I want to do I have got to read a few good books right now. Otherwise, I would have never gotten to read those books, and engage in spending. I spent some time to create my kitchen garden. I would have missed out that part
Oh
otherwise.
yeah. Yeah. So if a family right now is interested in coming to see you, whether they have a little guy who's needing that language and sensory physical kind of building, or whether they're an older student who just needs some help with remediation with
Mhm.
their academics, how do people contact you? What's your intake process like?
So what we do, if the kids' parents come to us with, we have on our website intake form, and if parents are sending me the information, we set up a time for a free consultation, half an hour to 45 minutes. We try to understand the background, the medical history, the school history, and the parents' observation, what they are feeling, and what's their major concern right now with
Hmm.
whatsoever age group the children is in. So this whole intake process is free right now. I'm not charging anything. And but after the parents decide that they want to go ahead with our program, then there comes some cost attached to it, and we can discuss those plans in details in person with the parents at that time.
Are people able to come and get services from you without having an evaluation? Like, is that, do you have to have an evaluation in order to do
No,
work with you? Okay, okay,
no, parents don't need to have an evaluation. If I
okay,
feel that the child needs outside my boundary some other evaluation, then I may refer it to
got it,
allied professionals in the field. Because first, even if the parents are coming to us, then we decide, okay, what is their concern? Based on their concerns and the intake process, then we decide if the child needs to be referred for an outside evaluation, or my
got it,
evaluation should be sufficient to begin the program.
got it. Yeah, because oftentimes people will think that they need an evaluation, and I think they just need intervention.
Yeah. So I will, and at times I have done that also myself, that
Yeah.
I'll start to work with a child.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. I think that I'm going to share as we're talking, I'm going to share the website across the screen as we're finishing up here. But it looks like your website is Empower Kids, and it's EMPOWERKIDZ.com. So it's Empower Kids with a Z.
Mhm.
And the phone number is 669 900 2315. And then I will also put Anupma's email address in the show notes in the on the YouTube video.
Mm-hmm. Thank you
All
so much.
right. Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you for joining me, Anupma, and thank you, everybody. You could check this video out on YouTube, on my channel, Jana Parker, and on my website at jplep.com under resources. So thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm.